was a faithful supporter of this museum for many years. He lived in Norman for the majority of his life. He really built his career as an artist in Norman, though he began his career in advertising in Oklahoma City. And many of the paintings that are included in this exhibition were painted not only in Norman, but in response, I think, to work that he had seen at this museum as well as other museums. And so in many ways I felt like it made a lot of sense for us to look at the last 2 decades of his career to celebrate an artist that really made Norman his home.
I cannot emphasize what a big deal this is in so many respects. So Dad dragged me here so many times when I was a kid. This was in his backyard, and he was in this museum 2 or 3 times a week. He had his favorite images, he had his favorite paintings, his favorite painters, and to know that his work is hanging in these walls along the same paths that he's walked, it's magnificent. That it's called Gail Poole's Sideshow, and that it's featuring his work that is more complex, I think, than what people are used to seeing. It honors my father in a way that I didn't imagine would happen in my lifetime.
The title Sideshow refers not only to the unusual, the absurd in Gail Poole's late career, but it also refers to this sense that a sideshow is a distraction. It keeps one from thinking about or paying attention to something that might be corrupt, something that might be an abuse of power. And certainly in the 90s, Poole was very concerned about the state of politics in the nation and in Oklahoma. And so he began to think about the absurdity of American culture in the 90s. He began to think about what he considered to be its shortcomings, its failings. And so his work in response becomes very sort of unusual. It becomes a kind of satire of what he saw happening in American culture.
Now there's a huge, I think there's a big yearning for authenticity. I think we're numb. Anytime I turn on the news or commercials, it's either panic, 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 or buy, buy, buy. And that's not too different from what was going on in the late 90s. And so I think there is a great relevance here, and there's a great reciprocity of the end of that era looking back to us.